Hello and welcome back to Manor Lords. Gonna get right on into this. Last episode we were working on getting recovered from that horrible winter we had. Had a couple deaths happen. And gonna jump straight on into it. So I know our first priority is gonna be that food. Currently sitting 25, got 48 days till harvest. Which means winter is right around the corner. Let's see, we still got the windmill with 26 flour in it. Our communal oven actually has a little surplus of bread for a change. One thing people were recommending is actually putting somebody in the storehouse. We're going to keep the forager going as hard as they can. How is... We're down to 7. We don't want to run them extinct. So I'm going to take him out of the hunting camp, well, that family, and stick them in the storehouse. Keep the forester. How's our logger doing? At 31. We will drop him for a minute and stick them in the granary. So from what I was told, that'll actually allow those families to pick up the goods that are just kind of scattered around, bring them in there, and actually set up stalls to help sell them as well. And then we do have our logging camp up here working. I also got fussed out a little bit because the farther the job is away from their house, the more they're going to have to walk, the less productive. We're going with this for right now. Maybe in a later iteration of the game we can go ahead and try to be a little bit more productive on that note. This is my first time playing it. Your guys' first time watching me play it. So we will just kind of play it like you would most other normal Civ games. Still irks me that that didn't work. Let me put a road around the outside. Alright, stone cutters are still sitting good. Okay. Looks like everyone's doing decent right now. The only thing we're really low on is food. We have -2 veggies. How do we have -2 veggies? But we got a good bit of berries, eggs, and bread. These orchards shouldn't be too far out. Okay, that was weird. Let's see, we do not have anyone in the mining pit. Are they working? They're not even working in the clay forge. Where did I move them to? How's our ale? We got 15. Let's go ahead and stick someone in there for right now. That'll give someone at the brewery a chance to actually build some stuff for the tavern. How's our barley store? We got 15. Okay. Not sure what we just traded in, but, you know, we're going to take it for right now. Still got 2 families working on making bread at all times. 1 making the flour, 1 up here at the logging camp. How is our saw pit doing? 12 out of 50. And we are not taking anybody out of the woodcutter. Keep the weaver going. Yes, I'm looking for somebody I can jank. Alright, we got rid of him, so we'll get rid of him for right now. Excuse me. I just completely forgot where I was going to put him. No, we were going to let him construct. There we go. See, if I don't say the thought out loud, it's like it doesn't happen in my head for some reason. It's like a little by-thought. It's a byproduct of my thought. Flax has 48 days. Okay, so we're coming up on our next harvest. I'll get a stone church go. I wish that's how that worked. Oh, I wish that's how that worked. Look at them go. Doom, da, doom, doom, doom. And boop. Okay. But our small church actually got 250 influence from that. So now we might... Oh, we need one more food. One more type of food and we can actually start upgrading those to the level 3s. Okay. Let's get back into it. Oh, but look at all those stalls. Firewood's abandoned. We'll leave that alone. They might end up picking it back up. Clothing, food, food, food. Firewood, clothing, clothing, and food. You're still working, right? Yeah, so they're both still working. I wonder if they're working together. You have a stall. Why is there no one in the woodcutters? Did I take it out of the wrong one? Or I think I did. Okay. Let them keep doing their thing. And we will go... I think we're going to put you on pause to finish constructing that, because we do need the forester here too to kind of keep them under control. There's the forester working. Do we have anything else that's currently being constructed? Does not appear to be that way. Alright, so our wheat yield should be decent from that. Barley might finish. Okay. So we might need to focus a little bit on our exporting. So let's see, storehouse. Oh, we have a bunch of warbows. Hold on. Trading, trade, military? We're gonna export warbows. I want to know what that price is. Like, what does the NA price mean? Not applicable. A desired surplus we'll keep. I want 15 to work. Okay. So I guess what we can do is see how well that does. Got a new food stall up, which actually completes that. We just need wealth now to upgrade everything. Be able to get that level 3 burgage. And let's see, they should start harvesting next month. I do wish this would go up past 25, but I guess it's what we get for having such a low fertility rate there. This one should be 67, 68, and that one still has to be fallowed. 82 next year. So when it does come to crop harvesting time, I'm probably going to stick an extra person in there. I want to know when we sell a warbow. We're 88, 89. So we are making the daylights out of some warbows. I didn't even realize it. Okay, we gained 20. Was that from the warbows? Nope, still at 89, so it must just be from our planks. Okay. Some part of me thinks maybe I should stick a second trader in there. Get a horse here for 20, 30. Yeah, so I can just order a horse or I can go through the actual market. None of these are going to give me any food. Let's see, trade. 90. Nice. There. Huh. Okay, and after a quick little review, it looks like that was accidentally added by the dev. It wasn't meant to hide, although I got a couple different answers. Some people are saying you have to open a trade route to see what the price is. Another saying it's because no one in the region's actually buying or selling these, which would make sense. This is more of a peaceful mode. And then some are saying that it still sells, so just going to kind of keep an eye. We got 94. So if we do end up selling that, should be a big amount of them. So I don't want to use the dyer. That's going to take care of my, or get rid of my berries. Our cobbler, he's the one making shoes, this one. General. But they're going to need linen and dye to make clothes. Or I can do yarn and dye and make cloaks. Hold on, can I sell either of those? Or are those military? Commodities. Cloaks are not applicable, clothes are not. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what I make. I think it'd probably be in my best interest to make the clothes first. We will get another family in there, helping with the harvest. Currently got one on each of those. Nobody doing the flack yet, that's okay. Let's see, Weaver's shop, they're going to town making the yarn. Oh, depending on how much wheat we actually end up getting. It says we're only getting 14. So we'll see how much we get and go from there. Greenery's actually got a little bit of bread. And our storehouse. Storehouse actually has a nice little bit in there. So we got 67 firewood, which is 3 months worth. And I like that it just kind of takes the extra supplies out of these and moves them. Let's see. Oh, once we get some regional wealth, we'll be upgrading a lot. Okay, so keep on fast forwarding through this harvest. Looks like that's really all the wheat we're going to get. So we need to figure out another alternate food source for the time being. You got chickens, you got chickens. Some of you were empty. Was it the big ones? Just the big ones? I don't have enough wealth to actually do anything about it right now. Darn it to high heck in heaven. Stick one family in there, and we are going to limit your work area to there. And that should keep this logging camp very well entertained for a while. Which should hopefully keep our saw pit going to town. I have a feeling we are going to start relying very heavily on that. So we want to have a surplus of 10 bread. Only importing. Only importing. Not really any other good options of what we can get rid of right now. Maybe. I just don't know. Okay. There's a lot that I don't know. And that's okay. Because we'll figure it out today. Alright, so we're starting to get some flax now. We do have our wheat, and once they are done with everything that they're working on... Watching the sheep. So they should be moving from that field to... that field? It made barley, so it's going to be fallow this year. Yeah. And one of these has a full generic storage that isn't full. I'm not sure which. And we are replanting like crazy. We are logging like crazy. What can we be productive on? Again, we need food. I'm not sure how we can get food. Come back. You're a wandering trader, okay. Maybe he'll be buying some stuff. I do want to see if those war bows disappear. So we have 104. Because who knows, he might just be buying a very small amount. Nope, still have 104. That was just a complete trade, so he traded some goods for some... No, didn't buy food. What else are we buying right now? Export only. No trade. Like, I don't get how we're negative on bread. Kind of what I was thinking we bought. No trade, no trade. I could export some yarn. Keep 10 of those. I wish that stuff right there would sell. I think what I might do is try to save up until I have a decent amount and can actually afford to do something with it. Try to get the trade route going. Alright, so you have nothing left in there. They should start threshing the wheat here shortly, which will hopefully get us through the winter. Okay, and we will start dropping you between here and there. Okay, so keep note. The wheat is at 68, barley at 59. And even just sitting there a second, we saw that barley jump up. But we do want them to get all the plowing and everything done. Plowing and the sowing before winter comes. Missing food. Well, from the way this is starting out, it's going to be a rough year again. We had another family in the farmhouse. 2 other families in the farmhouse, and we're just going to start knocking the daylights out of this. Hopefully that will help out a good bit and see some change. Already up to 62 on the barley. I would like to get some extra sheep, but in that same breath, we don't have the money to buy extra sheep. So, if I start taxing, I'll get personal money, but that's not going to do anything for us. And I do not have enough influence to need 1,000 in order to get over towards that berry deposit. Kind of hoping maybe there'd be one close to the border. I think this is the way we're going to go. That's extra berries, extra food. Speaking of food, They are back to 17 out of 20. So we're going to drop one from the farmhouse and stick them back in the hunting camp. And as soon as they start threshing, I don't know why I always forget that. Once they start threshing, we'll go ahead and wheat. So we got 2 growing wheat this year. So once they start threshing, I'll pull another one out and stick him in the tannery. See, that's why we didn't use those berries, because they are gone. I guess those backyard farms and eggs did not do much after all. Oh, trust me, I know. Winter is coming. Okay, nothing stored in there. Nothing in there. Nothing. I wonder if... Granary? Storehouse. Where did all that barley go? Okay, if it's not in the malt house being changed over... Unless they ran through it all that quick. Not there. Yeah, no barley listed. So we're going to take you out of the malt house. And let you help with that construction and then hop you in the tannery. How we went through the barley that quick. Yeah, those bows are not moving. Let's see, Burgage Brewery, Cobbler Taylor. Which one of you is making them? Fletcher. Like, it's a great idea if I can get it going. We have no food. And we're pretty much getting the max of what we can, which isn't much. Roof tiles are not applicable. Start training some stone, but it's 1 for 1. We don't have crops or food to give up. Crafting material, maybe? Yarn. We're already exporting. Leather and charcoal don't really matter. Herbs, iron, linen. Those wooden parts wouldn't be too bad. Okay. Who makes the wooden parts? Alright, so we're going to lose a family, but we're going to start getting those wooden parts. And we can start knocking those out, because wood is one thing that we're not completely terribly out of. And then we should... Yeah, we're starting to get some grain. Grain turns into flour. Kind of curious at what rate, though. 1 to 2. Okay, so all of our stuff should be done here. We'll drop down to 1 person. did they open another clothing stall? Okay, and if we start taxing them, then that's going to be atrocious. Not enough food variety. Joiner. Two planks to one wooden part. Is that even worth it? So no trade on that. Those sell for 2. Yeah, that's a little bit of a profit. Export. So those will be 5 apiece. So nothing stored in there. We're going to keep 10 logs no matter what. And whenever this is done, we'll kind of judge and see if we need to keep that around or not. Those war bows would start selling. Yeah, they're just going up. Fletcher. So we're going to stop that because it is taking planks. We can use those for the wooden pieces instead. Alright, new mercenaries. We do not have anything. So, doesn't really matter. It's not like we can go raid anybody. There's nothing to really raid. There's no enemies here, so it's not like we can make a profit off of war. We're just gonna have to get that influence up, which is really hard to do since, you know, we don't have the extra food to throw into the church. So, unless we can turn around right now, this is going to be a very harsh winter. Commune 11, let's get 2 people working there. Storehouse should be just about done. That's right, those logs are having to come all the way from over here now. Branching and felling. Going for a drink, transporting and waiting. Oh, look at that. They just full on deforested that. Okay, we lost 36, which means we made 36, so it's kind of a awkward trade-off. And we are starting to get some wooden parts in there now. It's going to be like our saving grace is trying to get those and that little bit of bread we have coming in. Actually. We'll go ahead and get a 3rd person in there. Come on. I'm just waiting on that last... We have 20 planks, but only 4 timber. $14 clay. Surplus. Didn't even show clay in there. There, yeah, I got 60 clay. So we're gonna stop you and stick you in there for a little bit. Okay, and I think that we're gonna call it. We have hit December and knocked out another year. Thank you all for watching and hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more.